Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Okay, guys, thanks. Like, subscribe, and share, right? Thank you.
Ka mkpụrụ obi ndị niile kwerenụ gara aga. Ka mkpụrụ obi fa zuru ike na ndokwa.
Amen.
Onye nwe anyị nọnyere ụnụ. Ka Chineke ji ike niile gọzie ụnụ, Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere a bịara gị site na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnobi. Ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwosu Mmaduka Close, Umulu Nnobi, 081-4982-8254.
Listen to news updates on Ebonadi 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
And the link that people.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to Abona, the 103.5 FM News. Tuesday, the 11th day of April 2023. And the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifan Shukwikize is my name. The headlines. Anambra businessman still missing 11 days after kidnap. Easter tragedy. Enugu governor-elect Mba expresses sadness over road accident. Labour Party Imo governorship primary now holds April 15th. Police orders immediate arrest of officers flogging man with stick in viral video. Masob condemns attacks on Igbo in Lagos, demands immediate release of SND Igbo by DSS. Artificial intelligence generated news presenter appears in Kuwait. Now, details. Anambra businessman still missing 11 days after kidnap. An Anambra businessman, Mr. Alexander Mosu, is still missing 11 days after he was kidnapped in his hometown, Umushu, in Agwata local government area of the state. Although the kidnappers were said to have demanded a ransom of 50 million naira through a telephone call, the number that called is switched off. Mosu, who operates a petrol filling station and a hotel and a restaurant in the community, was abducted in his own house in the presence of his wife and children. The kidnappers, numbering about 10 and wearing masks, invaded the victim's house in a Toyota Sienna vehicle and shot severally before gaining entrance into his compound. The assailants ensured that residents of the area were scared by their gunshots before abducting him that night in the presence of members of his family. It was when the kidnappers took him away that his wife and children raised the alarm. Even at that, people were afraid to come out, having heard the sound of guns earlier. A resident of the community said that since the incident, Mosu's wife has not been seen in the community, adding that even her telephone line has been off. The state police command said the incident has not been reported to it. Easter tragedy. Enugu governor-elect Mba expresses sadness over road accident. The governor-elect of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has expressed sadness over the fatal accident that claimed 15 lives at Ituku along the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway on the eve of Easter. Dr. Mba, while condoling with families of the deceased and praying for the peaceful repose of the souls of the departed, described the incident as a heavy and collective loss to the state, urging for greater caution by road users. The governor-elect spoke via a statement by the head, Peter Mba Media Office, Dan Mume, on Monday. He said, "I received with a deep sense of loss that the news of the fatal accident that claimed 15 lives at the Ituku axis of Enugu Port Harcourt expressway on the eve of Easter. My heart bleeds at this gruesome development and indeed goes out to the families and friends who lost their loved ones. It is a collective loss to us as a people, and I urge all to pray the Almighty God to grant the affected families and friends the fortitude to bear the tragic losses. Let us also join them in prayers for the peaceful repose of the souls of their loved ones. May I also urge all road users to be more mindful of the road rules and regulations for the safety of all, while also saluting the efforts of our law enforcement agents and equally call for stricter enforcement of the rules and regulations to minimize such unfortunate incidents, especially during the festive seasons. The statement read. He commended the Enugu State Commissioner of Police, Ahmed Amani, for instituting a full-scale investigation into the will be helpful in the efforts to make the roads safer. Labour Party Imo governorship primary 15th. The governorship primary of the Labour Party in Imo State now holds April 15th. The chairman of the party management committee, Imo State, Professor Okachukwu Awuzie, disclosed this to journalists in Owerri Monday evening. Awuzie noted that the national leadership of the party directed that the primary, which had initially been scheduled for Thursday, April 13th, be moved to the new date. He stated that the ward delegates election will now take place on Thursday, April 13th, to produce the delegates that will participate in the primary. Awuzie said the ward secretary, ward woman leader, and a member of a support group will make up the electoral committee for the ward congress, adding that they will be sent to another ward to conduct the election to avoid undue interference. Awuzie submitted that option A4 will be used for the primary to ensure transparency and fair play. He warned those planning to engage in vote buying to rethink or risk disqualification. We will not tolerate vote buying or oath taking as it is used to be. Anybody engaging in bribing delegates will be disqualified. We ensure fair play and a level playing ground for all aspirants, Awuzie stated. Police orders immediate arrest of officers flogging man with stick in viral video. The Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Okon O. Effiong, has ordered the immediate arrest of officers cited in viral video assaulting a yet-to-be-identified young man. A motion picture of the officers who were captured flogging and slapping an unarmed young man had trended on all social media platforms since Monday morning. A statement issued by the spokesperson of the Rivers Command, SP Grace Iringe Oko, said the officers have been identified. She, however, failed to reveal their names. According to the police PRO, the officers carried out the unprofessional conduct at the Elibarada Junction, Emua, in Port Harcourt. She noted that as a defender of human rights, the Commissioner of Police also assured members of the public and the police officers will be investigated in line with extant rules, underlining the conduct of police personnel, stressing that appropriate sanctions will be meted accordingly. The command further assures the good people of Rivers State of its unalloyed commitment to promoting the rule of law. People are enjoying cases of human rights abuse and infractions to the command, the statement added. Masob condemns attacks on Igbo in Lagos, demands immediate release of SND Igbo by DSS. The movement for the actualization of sovereign state of Biafra, Masob, on Monday warned the Nigerian government led by President Muhammadu Buhari and top security chiefs to stop pushing Igbo to the wall. The group, however, condemned in totality the arrest of SND His Royal Majesty Chief Frederick Nwajago by the Department of State Service, DSS, as a result of alleged incitement. The leadership of Masob, who made this known in a statement signed by the National Director of Information, Masob, Comrade Edison Samuel, and issued to newsmen in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State capital, demanded the immediate release of Chief Frederick Nwajago by DSS. The group, however, alleged that Buhari-led administration did not hide their perceived hatred for Ndigo since he took over power in 2015 and blamed the government for failing to arrest thugs suspected to be working for Bola Tinubu, who allegedly masterminded all the attacks, killings, burning and destroying of properties, goods, and shops belonging to Ndigo in Lagos. Masob said Nwajago committed no offense to warrant arrest by the DSS and blamed the security agency for failure to arrest Oba of Lagos, who threatened to throw Igbos into the lagoon if they fail to vote the All Progressive Congress APC during the just concluded general election. In this year's general election, MC Oluomo, a Yoruba man, threatened to kill Igbos if they fail to vote for APC, which he later carried out in broad daylight. The same security agents that arrested Chief Frederick did not arrest Oluomo and his gang of sponsored criminals, he said. Many Yoruba indigents are living in Igbo land. Many own properties as landlords. Many are doing their legitimate businesses, and none of them have ever been attacked. Why must Ndibo be attacked unprovoked? Is it a crime that Ndibo voted their choice? The group further warned Yoruba to desist from pushing Ndibo to the wall and called on Igbo living in Lagos and other states of the Federation to come home and invest in Igbo land. Igbo businessmen and traders should return to their roots and get established in Igbo lands because their future in Nigeria state is being threatened by the people they have supported many times to be president of the entity called Nigeria, the group stated. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Artificial intelligence generated new presenter appears in Kuwait. A Kuwaiti media outlet has unveiled a visual news presenter generated using artificial intelligence with plans for it to read online bulletins. Further, appeared on Twitter account of the Kuwait news website as an image of a woman, her light-colored hair uncovered, wearing a black jacket and white t-shirt. And further, the first presenter in Kuwait who works with artificial intelligence at Kuwait News. What kind of news do you prefer? Let's hear your opinions, she was heard saying in classical Arabic. Kuwait Times, which merged with Kuwait News in 2022, was founded in 1961 as the Gulf region's first English language daily. Abdullahi Botten, deputy editor-in-chief of the publication and the website, said the move is a test of artificial intelligence potential to offer new and innovative content. He added that in the future, Feda could adopt the Kuwaiti accent and present news bulletins on the site's Twitter account. Feda is a popular old Kuwaiti name that refers to silver, the metal. We always imagine robots to be silver and metallic in color, so we combine the two, Boften said. Journalists watched an introductory video by Feda on the Twitter account of Kuwait News Service in Kuwait City. The presenter's blonde hair and light-colored eyes reflect the oil-rich country's diverse population of Kuwaitis and expatriates. According to Boften, the rapid rise of artificial intelligence globally has raised the promise of benefits such as in healthcare and in elimination of modern tasks, but also fears, for example, over its potential spread of disinformation and its threat to certain jobs and artistic integrity. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Anambra businessman still missing 11 days after kidnap. Easter tragedy. Enugu governor-elect Mba expresses sadness over road accident. Labour Party Imo governorship primary now holds April 15th. Police orders immediate arrest of officers flogging man with stick in viral video. Masov condemns attacks on Igbo in Lagos. Demands immediate release of Igbo by DSS. Artificial intelligence generated news presenter appears in Kuwait. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi. Thank you for listening. Good evening. So, thank you guys. Like, subscribe, and share, right? Thank you.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles.